Alright, welcome to another radio-free Cybertron review. I'm your host, Diecast, and these are actually Masterpiece Grimlocks. It's not really a review, more of a comparison video between the two. On your right, there is the my original Masterpiece Grimlock, which was the Takara import, and on the left here is the new MP-03, I believe he is. Yeah, MP-03 Masterpiece Grimlock, available from Toys R Us as an exclusive. The first thing I'm going to note is I thought these masterpieces were actually going to have a couple additional paint apps actually right here. But for whatever reason, I don't know if it just got left off on mine or if it got left off on everyone's. Mine does not actually have the additional paint apps. The other thing to mention in robot mode, you can actually see people were complaining about the green tint on the clear plastic. Well, they both have a green tint, but this clear plastic is actually a lighter green than the original, so it's not actually a difference between clear and green tint. It's actually just different shades of green tint. The other thing of note is it may not translate in the video. This is actually a slightly lighter gray plastic on the new Masterpiece, or the reissue Masterpiece. I'm not a plastic expert. It almost feels like a KO to me. This is what I would expect if I purchased a KO and I got the original, and the difference between the two. The other thing to note, it doesn't show quite as much in the video, but the emblem on the chest, the Autobot emblem, is definitely a lot brighter and a lot whiter than the original. And I don't know if that's faded over the years or if that's actually something to note. Also, the teeth on Grimlock are not as sharp on the reissue, and they're actually a lot brighter than the original. And something I didn't realize, I know Grimlock always had the eye change feature from blue to red and the tail wag feature. I never actually realized he had a snapping jaw feature by pressing that button right there. It's kind of hidden in very nicely. It blended in so much I never even realized it till I read the instructions on the new one. Another interesting thing, I actually have a little overspray paint on his arm. I don't know if you guys can see that, compared to my original arm, which actually is fully, the ball joint is fully painted silver, and it's actually more of a bright silver as opposed to like a flat silver on the new reissue. My fingers are also much tighter on the original. The reissue, his middle finger will actually fall down on its own. So I don't know if the tolerances don't seem as tight as on the original. Do a side by side. Everything else pretty much looks the same on this guy. Obviously the same mold. And here you go for the back. The blues and the reds all match up pretty nicely. The tails even have the same marks from the molds with the silver tail. So I'm going to pause this video because I'm sure you guys don't want to see the transformation, and I'm going to get these two guys in a robot mode. Alright, and here we have Grimlock in robot mode, or Grimlocks in robot mode. As you can see, it actually is showing up very well in the video right now. The reissue, the plastic actually almost looks translucent, especially right over here, compared to the original. It doesn't have that translucentness to it. The other thing on the new one, which actually isn't showing up on the video very well either, the red on his leg, the top of his legs and his crotch piece are actually a brighter red than the original version. And of course the reissue also comes with a crown, which actually fits on his head really nice. I've never had a crown for Grimlock, and I've always heard people complain that their crowns didn't fit right. And this, you can actually clip it on and push it down on his head, and it fits really well. So I don't know if that's something that changed on this version, because I never had a Grimlock with a crown. He still does come with the two accessories, his sword and his gun. Other than that, in robot mode, these guys are very similar. Basically just the plastic quality and the difference in the red color paint is the only thing that's different between these two. One thing to note also, the reissue, it already looks like he has cosmic rust on his claws, but the original kind of has a little bit of that too. Alright, and here are the gun and the sword that Grimlock come with, just in case you never seen them before. These, other than the crown, are the only two other accessories that Grimlock actually comes with, and you can stick them in his hand. And it does light up very slightly. And I think you can actually do that with the gun as well, because it does have a clear peg right there. Plug it into his hand and fire. But it's actually not showing at all on mine. So let's try it with the original. Let's see if it lights up more with the original. Nope, same thing with the original. So yeah, I want to thank everyone who's watched the video so far. This is a learning experience for me. I've been trying different cameras, different recording methods, different angles. So if you've watched more than one of my videos, thank you. I do hope that each video will get progressively better, and we are going to have a surprise video for our first official figure review, which hopefully should be coming up soon. So keep a lookout for that. Remember to follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and circle us on Google+. See you guys. Translucent.